This is OpenAPI Doc. Basically, it's a platform that enables you to document your APIs more effectively, simple, and very useful. So I'm going to go through the doc. So basically, this is the guides. So these guides are just plain text, guiding your users on how to use your API or product. So these are the guides. You can see. And this is the API reference. So API reference basically how documenting each of your API guides, and you can also see these different sections. I can also search through, so you can do a global search. So currency, you can do a search. So guide search, then the API reference search and everything. So let me just go to first swap codes, which is this guy. You can also ask AI. So I can ask AI what form of authentication the platform use. So the AI does scans the documentation platform and gives me relevant information. So I can say that it can see that the documentation the platform uses bearer authentication. You must include the API key in the authorization header as bearer token prod. This applies to all V1 endpoints. And yes, you can see it also takes me to the authentication page. It references the authentication page and also swap to do a test. So I'm just going to do a test on swap prod user. See, you see, I can see all of the endpoint. I can see all of the currencies available. So I can also ask, oh, what currencies are available? Then searches the documentation, reads the relevant information. Right. So you can see it returned the entire list of currencies available, and I can also fetch. It's also puts me to a reference of to fetch the swap rates and also the currencies guide. So I can also go to the currencies guide and just see. Okay, then I can then move on to the next part, which is so this software is LLM friendly. So if you go to this URL llms.text, it generates a simple LLM text, LLM readable text. So your LLMs can easily go through this documentation and understand it. Also, machine readable open API schema. So in the sense that your documentations are automatically compliant with open API. So I can do an example. You can see the entire open API schema is already available. Like the entire open API schema without me doing anything. So all I just have to do is update the documentation and it's automatically available for my users. Then same thing with this endpoint, which is agent.json. This gives your agent ability to navigate through the API documentation, the manifest, the LLM URL, the pages, like every single thing your LLM needs, even the MCP server, right? So your agent can just go through the documentation without having to like reach out to a human, right? So let's go to the editor itself. So with the editor, this is the guides editor. It uses a Notion style. So basically you can just do this and you can basically have style to a Notion style, the Notion style editor, right? Then yeah, same thing with this other guys. You can also add a new page, create a custom icon. So which is being shown here. Then we can go to the API reference page. So with the API reference page, you can see the endpoints that are available. So when creating a project, you have to put your base URL. So it's the base URL that is using here. You add a new endpoint, a description, the request type. We're using authentication, or you can just say no authentication at all. The body and the responses. So for example, post requests, you have to put the body here. So you can see the bodies are available. You can also add a new field. Also, a body can also be an object where it's being nested. For example, if you want to put, for example, a customer and you want to put another information there, then followed by returning a single swap. So yeah, basically that's it. So it's also, there's also a feature of or custom navigation. So the navigation we saw here, right? So it's custom navigation. Then we also have metrics. So you can see the top API endpoints being called. You can see this is about 9. You can see the top API endpoints being called. You can see the API call, sorry. You can also see the top API endpoints being called. So you can do like week. You can see the top API endpoint being called is the V1 rates. You can also see the page views. So these are the numbers of page view. You can see it 74. Today's page view is still 0. I think we're in a new day. And yeah, the AI. So you can see the AI uses DeepSeek Flash. This DeepSeek V4 Flash, reason being it's really good and it's really cheap. That's basically it. And yeah, the configuration for the AI, you can see there's also an AI model picker here. So we're currently using Vercel AI Gateway because it has all of the AIs that I need. And just one API key, and your API key is being encrypted. So that's basically it. And yeah, also versioning, you can add different versions of your API and settings. So settings, you can put different versions, you can change, you can add logo, add the dark theme logo, 5 icon, change the typography. So I can change it to Roboto, then save. See that this has been saved. Then when I call the API doc again, when I do a refresh, I can see that it has been changed to Roboto. I'll do Roboto fonts. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Do have a great day. Bye.